Dozani bokhokho nomkhulisalo kwasendoda lesukhokho bathini bathi uma vula kuvale emzini amadoda u-Auntie Usha, your number one locksmith, umalume, uGift. Have you ever that's a question I'm asking, and that's a question I'm going to answer. Uguti, have you ever? Gogo, I had everything you can think of. Let's start with people who had very little. However, they were okay with that. They were content with whatever they have. They were happy with the little they have. Gogo was able to take my kids to school. Gogo was able to pay my bills. Gogo was able to commune, to work, and come back. Gogo was fine. Gogo life was okay. I've never had a lot of money, and yes, like anybody else, I would wish to have a lot of money. However, I was grateful for the little that I have. I was grateful, Gogo. I was really, really, really grateful just for the little I have. I could cover, the basics, the needs of the family. It was covered. Everything, it was covered. And Gogo, to be honest with you, there is nothing that I've added for me to find myself in this situation that I'm in. I've looked at my budget of 5 years ago, looking at the budget now. The only thing that one will see is that prices are going higher. It's only the amount that I was budgeting for that goes higher. However, now I find myself, even if I adjust, compromising my savings, still I find myself on that situation which it just doesn't add up. I don't know exactly, Gogo, must I blame the issue of economy that we are facing in South Africa, or I should blame where I buy my grocery. I've changed from buying grocery from Woolworths to Checkers, and then from Checkers to Pick n Pay, from Pick n Pay to ShopRite, from ShopRite to Boxer, and still I now buy my groceries strictly from Boxer stores. I ask me, I know where the special is, but still, Gogo, it's tough, Gogo. Things are tough, Gogo. I don't know what to do anymore, and as a result, I have found myself Mashonis, the loan sharks. Gogo, please assist me. Gogo, I had everything. Cars, horses, everything, Gogo. Trucks. My businesses were doing extremely well. Not just, average. No, I'm talking about extremely well. I had the contacts. My life was moving. I've exposed my kids to the finest things in life. Because money was there. Not that I was budgeting for what I don't have. Money was there. That's the bottom line, Gogo. Money was there. I did everything, Gogo, in my powers. I trust me, Gogo. I don't know what else that needs to be done. Gogo, I don't know what else that needs to be done. My life was, I'm comfortable to say I have lived the soft life. No, Gogo, lalela, bengi right empilweni. Bengi right empilweni. Amashankurana, bengi right, bengi moja mina empilweni, Gogo. I was wealthy, Gogo. I'm not afraid to say that. I have my old bank statement that can prove that Uguti, life was okay. Life was good. I taking a decision to travel abroad, it was never my stress. If I have to meet the client in Russia, I will tell the client to say, I would prefer to meet with you face to face. Then the client will be the one to say, I can't take that decision. It's not cheap to come to South Africa. Then I said, no, I mean, I can come to Russia. I can come to Dubai to meet you and for coffee so that we can discuss this. No strings attached. I'm not saying that you have invited me. I'm preferring not us to use emails to discuss things and everything. This is a business that I'm taking very serious. I prefer to come to you. You know, I will come to where you are, say, ma'am. Then they travel with no stress at all. Lalela, co-stress is not something that will dent. Actually, after they have spent that traveling, Coco, you wouldn't even notice in my bank balance to say I have spent 120K for that trip. That's how things were good. That's how wealthy I was. Coco, I wouldn't say I was wealthy. I wouldn't say I was poor. I was okay. I was okay. I have my luxury car. I have my up and down car. I had my bakkie. You know, I need to put something. I had my half truck. I have to get something much bigger and everything. I had a big truck for my business, my ABC business, whether it's my catering business, whether it's my funeral parlor business, whether it's my supermarket. I had that truck. Cars, I had limited number of cars because I had cars that had a purpose. You know, I had my Polo, my up and down car, which was very light in fuel consumption. I had my luxury car, you know, this one I'm cruising, you know, I'm going in a long distance. I really needed, when I travel long distance, maybe from home in Johannesburg, maybe for a small trip in Durban or Cape Town, because I love driving. I love my driving. That's when I recharge, when I'm in a long run. You know, my wife and I, we enjoy traveling, you know, especially just the two of us. And then once in a while, we involve our kids and we have fun. And then we're using this luxury one that can accommodate my two kids, my wife and myself, and our luggage. Then we had a half truck for whatever. So all my cars, all my 5 cars or my 4 cars, there were purposes for them, you know. So my life was okay. We have a nice house. Each of my kids, they have their bedroom. We have 2 visitors' rooms. We have a helper that comes three times a week because my wife likes to be involved, you know, in house chores and everything. You know, I help there and there when I'm around as well. I taught my children, Coco, even how to wash dishes and everything for a very young age and everything. They'll have they'll climb in terms of their chairs and assist their mother on me or me to wash dishes and everything. Coco, my life was okay. It was not rich. I've never been rich, Coco. It was okay. You know, the business was enough, you know, to cover there and there. And my wife is very good, Coco, when it comes to budgeting and everything. We always fight, but at the end of the day, you know, man mean a man, you know, I'll be even afraid to say you were right, baby. But I could see that, you know, with my partner, things are okay. You know, we are able to do ABC. No, we okay, not wealthy, but okay, not poor. Okay, you know, Coco, I will say I was a perfect middle class. The question is, have you ever? However, Coco, I have lost everything. Coco, in the little that I was getting, I've lost everything. Coco, as being wealthy as I was, being a millionaire or a billionaire, Coco, I have lost everything. Coco, being an average, middle class person, you know, just affording my needs, I was okay, but I've lost everything. That's why I'm asking this question to say, have you ever lost everything? Have we ever lost everything? Let's put the fourth one. Gogo, I've never worked. I'm a hustler. I've never worked. I got tired of submitting CVs, or I've never even submitted CVs. I've never had a pay slip in my life. However, I'm a hustler. Bengenza izinto zenzeke. I will get whatever that needs to be to be done. Gogo, I was a mover, mina Gogo. Gogo, mina, you'll come up with a project, and I will agree as if I know what I'm talking about. But trust me, on the next meeting we have, I'm going to show you flames. I'm going to convince you, Uguti, I know what I'm talking about. While I know it through research, but I had no experience about it. But when you give me that project to run with it, I'll run with it as if I had 20 years experience on that field, while I had 0. That's who I am, Gogo, a hustler. Bengiphanda, Gogo. Lalela, Gogo, mina bengiphanda. Mina, I'll join the dots, Gogo. Mina, I'll take this person and introduce to that person, and they both give me my commission, and I'm done. Their business continues and everything. Because I've never liked to be involved in a long-term projects, because of I've realized, Gogo, that they were stopping me from doing other things. Because now I have to focus on this. Gogo was a hustler, and I was happy of being a hustler. I've lost everything, Gogo. Have you ever? Have you ever lost everything? Let me give you a bonus. Mina, Gogo, I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you and everything, because I need help. Gogo, I'm here for help. So I'm going to be as honest as possible. Gogo, mina, I am a criminal. Mina, I survived with crime. Stealing cars, I was there. Cloning cards, I was there. Any crime that you can think of, people, they've got this truck was full of whatever. I was the first guy they could call to say, hey, Brazo, this is what we have. We have a truck full of microwaves. We have a truck full of washing machines. We have this, we have this. Hey, we got the courier company van. We have cell phones. We have what? We have what? We have what? I'm the one. I'm the first person they will call to say, make a plan. And the first thing I'll say to them, don't sell it to anyone. Keep everything as it is. I'm coming there. I will get there as if it's a genuine business. Taking notes to say, how many of this do we have? How many of this do we have? And everything. In front of them, I'll do the research. This one, how much it costs at the shop, we'll set for this price. We'll say whatever price I'll put in, I know that I have my markup there already. Then I still gonna get the markup from them in terms of when we share, because now I'm part of this. That's how I used to survive, Gogo, and things were okay, Gogo. I was able to take my daughter to school. I did everything. You know, I still stay at home with my mom, or I've moved out of home. I've rented a room somewhere, or I bought myself a stand from staying at home. Saved money. I went to hire a room. From the room, I bought my own stand. I started building. Gogo, as soon as I started building and I invited my family members to say, or rather I've announced in a family meeting to say family meeting or family gathering or family event or at the funeral ka Gogo kabanbani. As soon as I announced ukuthi, hey, I've got myself a stand, I've started to build Gogo everything. It was like I was talking about the tissue I have, and suddenly somebody have burned it. Then I've lost everything, Gogo. I even lost that stand. I had to sell the stand. I had to sell the bricks, the cement, the sand, everything. Because everything, all my channels, all my contacts, people will meet me at the street and say, where have you been? We have been looking for you, Gogo. I've never changed my cell phone ever since I had a cell phone. I have never changed my cell numbers. But somebody will say, we have been looking for you. Your email doesn't go through. Gogo, ever since I had my Gmail account, I've never used another Gmail account. But people claim not to get connected to me. Gogo, I've lost everything. Contacts, the stand. I'm owing almost 6 months rental. The reason they still kept me on that house is because I used to be able to pay rent for 6 months. But now I'm owing a 6 months rent. Sometimes it's even hard to get outside the house, the room. I've lost everything. Last but not least, Gogo, my survival was a man. I've never seen a reason why I knew how to play a man. That's how I survived, to play man, to be a slave queen. Gogo, there's a time that I sat down and I've decided to say, I cannot be this beautiful and the nesting men are playing me. Now I want to survive through men. Gogo, I've bought myself a wedding ring. All the men that proposed love to me, all they knew is that I'm married and I cannot take calls at these particular times. And I've played them. I told them how struggling I was and everything, so I don't want another stress from the men. And all of them, they will want to be part of my life by giving me money. And that money, I've used it for my children. I've used it for my child. I've used it, to better my home. I've used it at home so that we can survive. At home, I've left my rural home to the big city of Johannesburg to work according to my parents. Gogo, I'm not working anywhere. I'm not getting any pay slip. However, I'm a slave queen. I'm a professional prostitute. I use my body, I use my beauty to achieve whatever that I want to achieve. However, Gogo, I've lost everything. Gogo, it's like I'm smelling. I look at myself in the mirror and say, there's nothing changed. There's still men that I can attract, but there's nothing. Gogo, I don't know what to do anymore. My answer is very simple. Stand up. Stand up. Don't stand up when things are now bad. Don't wait until you lose it all for you to stand up and get something that will protect your happiness. You need to protect your happiness by all means, because when you wait until you have lost everything, it is very, very difficult for you to bounce back. If you are a prayer, tandaza mzalwane, go down on your knees and pray as a prayer. If you believe in working hard, work even harder. Don't wait for something to go wrong, for some digits in your bank balance to decrease for you to stand up and do something. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for that. You will regret it. If you want to make it in life, you need to stand up while things are okay. Fix your family. If your family is becoming toxic between you and your partner, it is a bit too late. It can still be fixed, but it's even harder compared to if you did something. If you did something while there was still time. What is something, Kok, that you are referring to? When you are still happy with your partner, get help to protect that happiness before it's too late. It is difficult to bring back the lost lover compared to secure, protect the lover that you have while things are happy. It is difficult to restart, to reopen your business if it has been closed down compared to protecting the same business that you have to say, as much as things are still okay, however, let me go out and do my level, but not to try. Don't try. Learn not to try to do things. Just do them. To protect this business, so that protecting how, you need to start with the basic things. You need to go with times. You need to look at your industry of business to say, what is the latest in this business? Somebody says on social media, yeah, a friend of mine, actually, Robert Club, said funerals don't have a dignity anymore. That is Robert Club that was saying that, a friend of mine. I know he's going to be angry at me, but I'll deal with him. He said funerals have become something to boast with. I'm not saying these are his exact words, but he was just saying that we have lost that dignity that we have, of funerals. Remember a long time ago, funerals used to be a very, very sad moment. A very, very, very sad moment. Everything was dull. Everything was dark. Everything was, it's like, that's why other people, the theme will be black, because we were in the darkness and everything. Not anymore. Funeral business is now a lifestyle. Funerals in general are now a lifestyle. People want the finest things in their funeral. Funerals are no longer like before. Now it's like, we have at our funeral parlor, we have gold decors and everything. We shine now in funerals. It's no longer the same. So if you are in a funeral business and you are still stuck, when I say to you, start with your business, look at your industry and say, where can I adjust in this industry? Or what is the latest trends in this industry? That's number one. Number two, get a protection. Again, if you are a prayer, go and pray. If you are a prayer, go and pray. Pray harder, because you are a prayer. If you are using muti, go and eat that muti while you are still happy, while you can still afford to pay for good muti. Don't sit down and wait until you can't even afford the best muti. Somebody tells you to say, yeah. Kunomunyu koke Kiani, when this into zenzele. Laleda, there's this old woman in Kiani. He makes things to happen. You can't even afford to take a taxi to Kiani. Even if you can take a taxi to Kiani, whoever who's referring you to her will tell you that your pockets must be deep with no holes. You need deep pockets with no holes. Imagine somebody tells you that, and you're imagining yourself while you still have a Mashankuran. And how frustrated are you going to be? Somebody's telling you to say, I know of a woman who can assist you. I know of an old woman who can assist you. However, my brother, you need some gymming to go and see her. It's not easy. I've been there. Have you ever lost everything? You're hearing about this pastor who is very powerful. Hey. He's based in Nigeria. He's very good. You are told by a person, a person whom their things are moving. And you know these people while they were nothing and you were something. Now things are moving for them. They are moving. Lalela. Things are moving. Lalela. They connect the dots. Lalela. They are from south to north. Things are happening for them. Ziyakhipha for them. Then they say, look, you were there for me when things were not okay and everything. You saw me hustling in front of you. And thank you for all the support. I will tell you. You want to know what happened. I went to this pastor. Here are the pictures. Here's my passport. Here's what, all the proof that you want to see. That's where I got help. Where is that place? Nigeria. How are we going to reach Nigeria? We have nothing. Imagine if you did something or you are doing something now for you to protect what you have. For you to protect what you have. We went to in Messina with a colleague of mine whom I'm working with. We went to Messina to a business. It's a tavern, is in the house. They can see that there are challenges in terms of money issues. It's a tavern. It's a taxi business in Messina. I won't say the township in Messina, but it's a tavern. It's a taxi business. They wanted that business from where it is to go up, while they can still get the little that they're getting, and they wanted to protect their family. They want to protect their family. Sorry. The stock in that tavern, I've never seen a tavern that stocks like that tavern in my life. I've never seen it. It's in Messina. Very, 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 very well stocked. What we were discussing with my colleague on our way back is that how smart they are to protect, to stand up for their business while their business is still just okay. Before their business is closed down, before they point to say, this is where the tavern used to be. We used to have 2 quantums, the same as that one that is passing there. You see the difference? They are doing something before it's too late. You will ever say, I have lost everything, because you have done nothing while you still had everything. This one is a simple advice. Actually, it was supposed to be a very short video, maybe 5 minutes. But I felt like giving more and more examples so that you can understand. I think in these 6 examples that I gave, you can understand in terms of what is it that we need to do, what needs to be done. But it's up to individual. If you are going to take care of your body, your health, when you are sick, and then when you are not sick, you are doing everything that is not good for your body, and then you have a problem. When you had a stroke, you'll be talking by your heart. You can't even speak. You'll be talking by the heart that I should have. I should have. Maybe one day we need to do a video. Have you ever lost your good health? You used to be the runner. Yeah? You used to be the boxer. You used to play soccer. You used to be good in golf. You used to be good in boxing. Everything, karate, what. What have you done? Have you ever went to consult with your whoever that deals with that industry? Have you ever connected with the coaches? Have you ever done a research about the sport that you are in or whatever that you are in? Sarwasendoto koko bathini bathi mavula kuvalenzo na emadoda u anti usha u gift malume wenu thokozani.